we've got a program on things that are compliance issues, like use of the taser, use of firearms, use of baton, use of chemical spray, things of that nature that are required for what I call it's called SSGT. It's the judo and the ground fighting and things like that we have to be recertified on, things of that nature. So there are, first aid is another one. These are things that are mandatory compliance issues that we have. And then when we see trends change in policing in general, one of the big things that certainly is the body cam. And going from the camera that's in the car, which is static, it's stationary. In other words, it's shooting out the front end of the windshield until the vehicle is turned. And in fact, the recent Madison incident over there, you can see the just outside or just right on the border of the view of the camera. We think that the body cameras allow much more closer interaction, and all of our officers are required, that are in uniform, required to have them and to turn them on whenever they have contact with the public. So if you have 2 or 3 officers there, you have 2 or 3 different views of what was seen. And a lot of times what you see on TV or what you see in what's been released may not be the whole story. So we receive training in that as well. And our policy is looked at and revised as necessary as we implement new technology. We have formed an internal affairs unit that looks at complaints. There's a workflow now for complaints that come through my office and are evaluated. We look at them for investigation to make sure, and it's not to penalize the officer, just like the camera is not. If you're a good police officer, when the camera's turned off, you're going to be a good one when it's turned on. But the internal affairs allow us to make sure that our people are following policy and directives, and if they're not, do we need to make some corrections, either in training, or do we have to make some disciplinary corrections and things of that nature. So there's a lot of things that we're doing to make sure that we're transparent. Now we have always, that's not to say that we never did internal affairs, but what we decided to do is have more of a formal workflow and to get some documentation and some training. So we can do every case the same way. The consistency. We have a new complaint form that came out of this IA training. We put the complaint form on our new website that'll roll out at the end of the week to make it more transparent. You got a complaint against us, we'll take your complaint. You can go online, fill it out. You give it to any supervisor. You come to CID, pick it up. You come to the sheriff's office, second floor courthouse, pick one up. We want to make sure that we're doing. We don't have anything to hide, and we want to make sure that we do that.